Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with the Early Nerd Live. I'm your host, Steve, the Early Nerd. And today, episode one of the new Saturday game. Um, so, we played our first game last night, and I'm going to tell you what happened. So, grab you a cup, grab a cigarette if you got them, and sit back and enjoy the story while you listen to the sounds of my dulcet voice. Okay, I'll stop. So, uh, we are playing in Greyhawk on the map, and however, we're playing with a different version of Greyhawk. We in a previous game, a seriously high level game. We were all stupidly high level. We took on the god Ayuz in an attempt to remove him from the world, which we were successful. We did succeed in destroying Ayuz, and when that happened, a a cataclysm spread out over the city of Daraka in the land of Ayuz and killed everyone in the city. And after that, they all rose as undead. This is, of course, this is our own homebrew section of the world. This is what we just all decided that happens. There was three of us that were DMs. One of them was me, and we all three got together and we decided that this was what was going to happen after, as an after effect, so to speak. So, with that little bit of background in mind, uh, in later games, the city was cleaned out and all of the undead destroyed, and now we are in a position to go start clearing out the land around the city and of mostly like the stragglers, the non-humans that are there, and local monsters and things like that. We have been contracted by a company as basically a band of mercenaries to to clean out the land. Now, I am a wizard, level one. Yay! Uh, we have three fighters, all level one, a monk, level one, and a cleric of Odin, level one. So this is our party. No, we have no thief. That sucks. But whatever, we're all playing what we wanted to play, and we will make do as well as we can, and that's fine. So we go check in with the guild that has hired us to do this, and we were informed that we were given a section of territory that is ours to patrol and maintain, which is 5 days away from the new town that we started in, which is not on the map. Um, because again, like I said, it's our own little homebrew version of this world. Now, so it's 5 days away from the town. Was our That was our starting point. We were teleported there by a wizard. And we started walking around and started looking around and exploring our territory and stuff. We started at a crossroads, which is the southern border of our territory, and we headed north. We found about a day's travel north. We found an old dilapidated inn, uh, which was dirty, dusty, nasty place, but intact. And the construction of the building was sound. The building was just fine. There wasn't anything wrong with it. So I went through with my cantrips, which I did give up a spell to acquire, and I have clean, I have dry, I have dust, and I have polish. Yes, I'm the housekeeper. Go figure. But I went through the entire building and cleaned it and dried anything that needed to be dried and dusted. Um, so we spent the night there, and we intend to use that as a possible southern base. Uh, so then we, so the next morning, we set our watch for that night, but we didn't have any encounters that night. So we get up the next morning and we head north again. Um, and we came to uh, we came to a point where we heard uh, metal clanging. Um, and as we got closer, we were able to discern that it was sounds of battle. So we go running down the road, all six of us. Remember, three fighters, a wizard, a monk, and a cleric. So all six of us go running down the road, and we encounter a village that is being attacked by goblins. There were 20 of them, and so and two people were fighting. Two people were surrounded by 12 of them and fighting, and two other people were we thought dead because our DM was describing them as dragging bodies. There were eight dragging away two humans. So most of us went up and tried to prevent the goblins from dragging off the humans, whereas the cleric and myself, we ran up to the 12 that were surrounding the two people fighting, which turned out to be the mayor and his sister, by the way. Uh, Roland and Hannah, I think, were their names. But I threw my sleep spell, Oogly Boogly, and managed to sleep all 12 of the goblins that were fighting the two other humans, while my party members quickly dispatched the eight goblins that were dragging off the humans. The humans turned out to be the baker and his wife. And fortunately, they were just unconscious. They were not dead. So we were able to save them as well. Now, excuse me, we found out from the mayor, Roland, that the goblin attacks had been a pretty constant thing for the past 6 months. Most of the village had been drug off, leaving the baker, his wife, and the mayor and his sister, and 30 children, which we found in the church. Uh, they were living on short rations. So we gave them some of our own rations to help them out. and found out that the goblins were coming from the northwest across the river. So, excuse me, after staying the night in the village at the inn that was there for free, we decided to head northwest across the river to go find out what we could find out about the missing villagers and hopefully exterminate the rest of the goblin nest. After traveling for some time, about 5 hours, I think is what our DM said, uh, we we spotted a large hill with that was split on one side by a fissure. And none of us are rangers, but the goblins didn't make any effort to really kind of hide their trail, So they had literally worn a path from the village to this fissure. So we decided to go in. Um, being the fact that we have a first edition monk, he has limited thief abilities. One of them being a move silent, and he was on point last night. He was moving silently all over the place, and we were able to discover the fact that there were more goblins inside. So we rushed into the first room in the fissure, well, the first cavern in the fissure, and found a bunch of goblins there. I don't remember exactly how many, but we ended up killing them. I slept like 10 of them, I think. Um, and we ended up killing all of them. And then there were 4 passageways out of this place, excluding the one we came in. There was one to the southwest, one to the southeast, one to the northwest, and one to the northeast. So we took the southwest passage first. Remember, children, always go left. We took the south passageway first, and we came into their garbage room. Which was full of sturges. And the sturges attacked us. If you don't know what sturges are, they're like a cross between a bird and a mosquito. When they attack with a long proboscis, and their intent is to draw blood from your body and drink it, because that's how they survive. Now so we fight the sturges. Excuse me. 1 second. Oh, thank you. I apologize for that. So we took on the sturges, and eventually we won. I got hit. 4 of us got hit, including me, and I lost a few hit points. I've only got 6. That sucks. But whatever. What are you going to do? Especially level 1 wizard. I tried to stay in the back as much as possible. But when you have aerial encounters and you're all in an enclosed area, stuff happens. So we fight and defeat the sturges, and our monk decides to climb the garbage pile in the center of the room so he can get a better look around. And while he's on the garbage pile, he spots some shiny metal in the garbage pile. So we start digging through it, and we ended up with some gems, 9 magic darts. Don't know the plus on them. I have my suspicions, but I don't know for sure, so I won't tell anybody until I know. Um, and I don't know, maybe something else. I can't remember right offhand, but we didn't find much. Just some gems, a little bit of coinage, and the darts. So I claimed the darts because being a wizard, I took proficiency in dart, and so now I have 9 magic darts and 12 regular darts. So we gather up everything and we head back to that first room, and we decide to go to the right. We go to the right, the southwest or southeast, um, and we follow the tunnel, and we came across what could only be described as a kitchen full of orcs. And so we decide to attack. We rush in and attack. We uh, we kill all the orcs. Um, I was severely wounded, taken down to -2 hit points. I'm laying there bleeding out. Um, we all got beaten up pretty badly, uh, which is good. I mean, I like being beaten up. It's part of the game, and uh, then I get healed up by the cleric. Somebody else got healed up by the cleric, and we are at the end of the game. We are currently in the kitchen, and we had just heard loud sounds coming down the passageway leading out. So something is coming. We don't know what, but something is coming. And that was where we ended the game. So I do hope you enjoyed the report on what's going on. Stick around or come back next Sunday for episode 2 and find out what was coming down the hall. Because we're going to find out. And it's probably going to hurt. But that's fine. We like it. So I really enjoyed last night's game session. As I mentioned in previous videos, the guy that's running the game is really good at being a DM, and he's really good at telling a story. And I really enjoy it when I play in one of his games. Um, he's the one that ran the previous game that I played in, where we defeated Ayus. So, uh, and that was a long campaign. We played that game for, oh God, I don't know how long, but I ended up hitting like level 17, I think, level 17 cleric, human cleric. Uh, High Priest Cadfile was that cleric's name, and he is now currently a prominent figure within the religion of Saint Cuthbert, and um, and they were the one. Him and his men were the ones that defeated Ayus, and that was a fun game. I enjoyed the hell out of that. So, um, but what's going to happen? I don't know. Remains to be seen, right? But whatever it is, it's going to be super fun. I can't wait. So, remember, tune in next week for episode 2 of New Saturday Game. Same Sturge time, same Sturge channel. Okay, I'll stop. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I really do. Um, thank you for being here. If you are, if not, thank you for watching it later. Doesn't matter to me when you watch, as long as you do. And remember, where you going anywhere on this fine Sunday morning? Um, be safe, be careful out there, and oh, one quick thing before I go. Yesterday's video, when I did the playback, I noticed that you could hear the thunder. At least I could. So if you haven't watched yesterday's video, watch it with headphones on, and you'll be able to hear it. Personally, I think it was nice background noise. I found it very relaxing. But that's all I have for today. Tune in next week, and we'll see y'all later. And remember, Early Nerd loves y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye bye now.